我没有初恋，初恋同时。
Am I actually on? Am I still back?
There we go.
All right, cool. Sorry,
Intro
I
works.
still don't know exactly much of this shit. So, okay. I didn't realize the intro stuff was loading on because on my screen it was just kind of still like a loading bar. So I was like, "What's going on?"
Right. Yeah. No, that was the intro and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, the one viewer that's watching so far, welcome to Komplex and Friends. This is the relaunch. It is the Bappo and Blondie edition.
Yeah.
And yeah, Nate, do you want to introduce yourself to those that don't know who you are?
I'm Blondie. I have a mini fridge that's Minecraft themed, and I have Mountain Lightning, not even Mountain Dew. I'm cheap. Actual introduction. Yes, I'm Nate Dawg. I do a lot of stuff. 2 YouTube channels, a Twitch channel, of course, posting TikToks. Who really cares about that? Because it's gonna get banned soon. And I also make music under 3 names. One of them being Nate Dawg. Obviously, that's my main one. I do make rap as well, like Komplex Mothra. Very big variety. If you want anything more closer to Komplex's stuff, more horrorcore, darker stuff, I do have another name called The Psycho, all caps. So you can also find him on all platforms too.
Yeah. Let me reveal that we have a schedule, finally. And the to be announced is Tiny Tim, the Juggalo of Shut Up and Enjoy the Music. So, take a look at the schedule. We'll let you know more if you follow the Instagram, yada, yada, yada. And as we're promoting things, Nate, under one of his 3 names, has a new EP out. Nate, if you want to talk about it.
Yes, this is my new EP I released for a Little Bit Stupid, spelled $TOOPID. It's an EP I released. Originally, it was supposed to be an album, but I just can't really. I don't know what it is. Haven't really been able to make a lot of meme rap recently. Kind of been just struggling. Plus, busy with other stuff. I guess I've been, kind of like I've been washed. I'm washed. Like the title of the EP. It's what it literally fucking says at the top. You guys, idiots. I hope you're fine with me calling your chat idiots. But
it's fine. I call them morons.
Go listen to the EP. It is a pretty decent EP. I do have some great songs like "In Love with Your Mommy" and "I'm Like." Great songs. EP is pretty decent. Go ahead, give it a little listen, and yeah, I don't know what to say.
Oh, you're good, man. One last thing, obviously. If you want to book me, I do birthday pop-up shows for 18-plus audiences, kind of like a bachelorette show. But, Krusty the Clown shows up and he starts rapping. You can book me for festivals, opening slots for concerts, graduation parties, public appearances, wrestling appearances, and much more if you DM me on Instagram to discuss and confirm the booking. Offer only stands in Syracuse and Utica as of the moment right now. And I think that's all the advertisements we have. I mean, Barnum and Body Bags is out now, but no one cares. So how you feeling, man?
I do Komplex Mothra. I'm doing pretty good.
Great, the voices are back.
I'm doing pretty good. Been quite busy the past couple of days. New Year's Eve, I worked fucking 12 hours of that. That was quite fun.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, I had 2 days off afterwards, so that was good.
Yeah.
Sorry, food in my mouth.
Oh, I feel
it's still annoying. And then, yesterday, worked my one job, went to a dentist appointment that took 2 hours where they fill a cavity. They didn't really fill it properly. Like, the cavity, feels flat on my tooth. Like, there's no, indent or anything. So, it kind of fucked up. But I also don't want to go back and have them redo it because, 1, going to cost money, and 2, they have sticking with needles, and I don't like that.
Right. Gotta hate needles.
Yeah, and then afterwards, I had to go work my other job later that night, which was weird. Just
right.
Busy but slow.
Yeah. No, I feel that. That's how it's been, because it's been snowing in the area where I am. So it's one of those things where it's like mall that I go to work is dead. So it's like one of those sort of things.
Yeah, both my jobs kind of really does depend with the snow, because one job involves a lot of vehicles. So if there's not a lot of vehicles driving on the road, not a lot of stuff gonna happen there. And the other job is a restaurant. If it's snowing, usually not a lot of people are going to go to restaurants. So it's also
Right.
that. Thankfully, at both jobs, sure, tips don't factor in for me. I don't think even, well, one job there isn't tips, period. But the other job, the restaurant one, obviously there's tips for a restaurant. I don't get tips, which is honestly fine because if I made tips, I would get less hourly wage, which is a bit. I already know people who work serving, like they will have like 3 tables and one like is turning or like it's clean but doesn't get marked clean by the bussers.
Mhm.
And for like 5 minutes they don't get seated. They'll like we'll walk by, we'll hear them like bitching in the side station, and it's like, mother, even if it was clean, you're not up yet until like 2 other servers. It's like,
Right.
it's annoying. Like I get it, you need money, but it's also like we can't do anything about it.
Right. People are eating.
As,
Things are happening. You gotta wait.
exactly.
Sorry.
You're good, no worries. I don't know if you have anything else to talk about. Spin the wheel time or no?
Oh no, I got loads more to talk about. If you want to talk about if you want, we can talk about how we met. If not, we can keep that a secret. The government doesn't have to know. We can talk about music stuff that we've done together. Make it about us.
I don't mind if you were to mention how we ever met, but also if you want to just talk about us making music, whatever you want to do.
Right.
This is your live stream.
Right. You're the guest in this house. Anyways, so obviously Nate and I have known each other a long time. That's why he's putting up with my bullshit. Thank you, by the way.
No problem.
We met in school. I was the weird kid. Fucking shocker there.
Was also a weird kid though. I remember in 7th grade, I got my own self locked in the locker because I could actually fit in it.
Oh, me too. Oh, we should have had a competition.
I was like featured in like the yearbook for that year because it was like, wow, look at this tiny ass kid. Funny, I was really short then. Now I'm like 5'10", I'm technically above average.
Right, you're taller than me.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, you have more facial hair than me, so.
I was gonna say, I go on a date and they ask me if the dad's paying, so it's like, what are you gonna do? Yeah, we met through school, and then we stopped talking completely because I disappeared off the face of the earth, and then we both started making music around the same time, and I'm like, I know you. Do you want to be on a track? And you said, fine.
I remember that it was funny because you said yes to like, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll hop on your track. And you're like, cool. I'm not releasing it. You're releasing it. I'm like, what?
I'm like, I need the exposure. I know that you're not as seen as like, as me. So it was like, hey, you're normal. Help me.
Also, some people did talk in chat. I just noticed that.
Oh, did they? Oh, where's chat? Hey, Komplex. Yo, Malachi and the homie Optic. What's up? Welcome to the show. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I was gonna say to Malachi, like, thank you for pointing out my face paint. It is pretty nice. It's like a weird kind of like beige white sort of deal, but it's pretty.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's like a mix of these two shades, like that and that. If you can see.
Yeah. But I remember like that was like one of the songs that like it was one of my first few songs, and as much as I loved to like listen to my old songs because of nostalgia. Oh my fucking god, my bars were awful. They were so cookie cutter basic. I felt like every single rhyme I like used, I looked up on Rhyme Zone. Which I'm gonna say this very controversial opinion. I don't think using Rhyme Zone is that bad for music. At least starting off, and if you're like in a pinch and you really can't think of a rhyme, using it 24/7 will. It's like using training wheels for a bike. It's good to learn, but don't use it forever because you're then gonna stunt your growth as an artist.
Rapping is sorry.
No, you're good. I was gonna say like if you constantly use Rhyme Zone, you're never gonna think of bars for yourself. You're just gonna think of like one line or a word to rhyme with, look up a Rhyme Zone, and then just start piecing together there. Versus if you like just start going with a line, you'll suddenly think of something else. Like, oh my god, this is way better. Plus, Rhymes though doesn't show rhymes that like are basically more like two words together that do rhyme. Like, like randomly I think of a perfect slurp it. Like, sure, it's not perfect, but I'm also just thinking that off the top of my dome. But, like, if you look up that on Rhyme Zone, it's not gonna fucking say that shit, but it works.
Right. That's because that's one of those slant rhymes where it's like you gotta mold it in to make it fit, sort of deals.
Yeah, like. So I was gonna say another example. There's actually a line I actually have written as like a future bar to use, like, yo bitch over there, she claimed that she's over me, but in DMs she was begging me to put babies in her ovaries. Over me, ovaries. Like, it's not
right.
a rhyme, but it kind of works in that sort of sense.
Wordplay.
Yeah, wordplay.
Rhyme Zone's gonna only make you sound like Kid and Play, or like, which yes, Kid and Play and that sort of stuff is the foundation of modern hip hop, but it's one of those things where it's like you got to build upon it. Rapping's like a muscle. You got to learn how to do it by yourself. Same thing as freestyling. I'm a dog crap freestyler.
Same.
So it's one of those things where it's like people ask me to go to the cypher and I'm like, so I can embarrass myself on camera again?
My problem just come. Sorry, you go first. I've been interrupting you a lot.
No, you're good. We're going to that to next year's cypher, whichever borough of upstate New York it's in. I gotta introduce you to all the upstate bridge people so that you can get your wheels going, because
Yeah, who knows? Maybe I can make a stupid vlog out of it and get some views out of it. Because I feel like the one problem I have content creating is just trying to somehow connect all of my things together.
Mm-hmm.
And the most I've done is like on my normal channel, I'll talk about music from other artists and some of like maps in like a game or whatever. Like, that's the most I've ever done, like, connecting wise. Or when I did a Twitch, the most I actually have ever done, I did a Twitch stream where I made a song in 1 hour for A Little Bit Stupid called In Love with Doja Cat. Great song, by the way. And then I posted that onto my normal channel. So I combined it 3 different things into one there. But it's just tough.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the earlier topic with the whole my music being kind of garbage. I feel like the only time I've had like like 1 or 2 bars that were actually kind of good on my old stuff. I think when I actually really started to like get like noticeably better was when I dropped my last thing I dropped period before I actually went studio, which was my Fucking Around album.
Yeah.
Because I remember like when that album was like I either dropped it or like in the process of being made, I had a song made called Violin. It was like a very fast rap kind of song, kind of like Ski Mask beat type stuff. And it was at one of your like shows. It was out in Rome, New York.
It was the Rome show, and
yes.
That's when we first started using the tennis racket.
Yeah, actually, I whacked you with it.
Yeah, and the guy was gonna. Yeah.
But it was like at the end of the show, the dude was like, "All right, just open mic, whatever, plug your stuff in." One guy went up, no one gave a shit. He played his song, everyone's kind of like looking the opposite way. I went up, I was like, and this is the first time I ever performed anything.
Mm-hmm.
I was scared, I was nervous, I was like, oh shit, what do I do? I like really like this song. I still think it's one of the best ones off that album. And I decided to play it. I figured no one's gonna look. It's all these juggalos. I start rapping, and like fucking like owls, all their heads just turn around and start looking. By the end, everyone like who's away from the stage, which was of course being a juggalo stage, just like what fucking a bunch of I won't say 2x4s, 2x8 wood, and then like a little tarp above.
It was in the homie's backyard, and he had a whole setup. I thought it was dope because it was in his backyard, and he made the setup. I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is when I first met Dr. X, which I got to talk to him more, honestly. He's the homie. And you got to remember, most juggalos are early adopters. That means that if they think something is dope, it doesn't matter what it is, they will respect it. It doesn't have to be juggalo.
But which actually that reminds me. Dr. X, when I made an open, he did take that open. I don't know if he ever continued to use it or whatnot. I'll check up on that and see if he ever is working on that song. Just because I don't want people to take an open and never use it. But
Yeah. Well,
But-
here's the thing I know about Doc. I haven't been bothering him because he's been doing stuff with Michelangelo Scaro, which is a bigger known Juggalo artist, and he opened for Ouija. So it's one of those things where it's like, I'm still getting my footing, and I kind of have one of those things called imposter syndrome. It's like, you're doing fucking miles ahead of me. I don't want to bother you.
I get that. Which does remind me I do want to work with bigger artists myself. But to wrap everything else up, I started pouring that song. Everyone turned their heads around like owls. By like the end hook, like saying the hook before the song ended. Everyone was like back at the front of the stage, bumping their heads, singing. It was I remember you were up there with Rolodex. Yeah, that's his name, right?
Yeah, it was Rolla.
Yeah, Rolodex. You were also up with him, both bumping your head, and just like that was a really, really nice feeling, which I think was a big confidence in my music, which is why I really need. I remember actually, I won't say recent, but like I remember one of my friends at my job found out I made music and like was looking at my album Loner Alley, the all platforms one, not my old one, but like the studio one.
Yeah.
And he found the song
that was with Ace, right?
Yes.
That you set that up? Yeah.
Yeah. All my stuff I make for Nate Dogg's all been mixed by Ace. He's been like my go-to guy, which I might contact him soon because I do have 2 songs I do want to record. Just been struggling to like get this beat purchased for one, so then I decided to write something different. Whole entire case was why YouTube beats kind of suck because sometimes you just can't buy them. But
that and the publishing.
True. But he found the song Red Carpet and tried like showing to people. And when he did that, I figured that like, oh, they're all gonna think I'm weird now. And like these like coworkers of mine who don't really know, haven't really known me that much, and they're like, oh, like this stuff's like kind of good. And I was like, oh, you think I'm good? Like they didn't have to say nothing like that. And like even like to this day, like I remember my boss at my other job was showing my music because he knows about it. Show my music to his coworkers, and like apparently it was a day like I walked into the job. He gets there like 7. I get there 7:30. I walk in. They're playing my Little Bit Stupid shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why? And they were like also bumping to it. They liked it.
Okay.
And
I was worried for a second. I was like,
yeah, Little Bit Stupid's a bit more terrifying, but he also did play some Nate Dogg, which they like too. But apparently, like the first song they did for Little Bit Stupid, my boss loves this a lot, is my "Shitting in a Taco Bell" freestyle song, which I find really funny because yes, it's a freestyle. I'm not gonna know the lyrics. I don't remember recording the fucking song. It's like I blacked out and woke up, and this song was magically appeared. Like it feels like I was like trying to get all my songs ready to go throw on this album on I think it was record whatever. I was uploading music. Record Union, I think it was.
Yeah.
But I was uploading everything like okay, song. The fuck is shitting in it? When the fuck? And he loves it. So that's the first song he played to everyone. And we have this one like really, really old guy who works. And let me give him a fake. We'll call him Bob. Bob is like, actually, we'll use Dan because why not? Because Dan is listening. He's apparently like busting his fucking ass, like laughing so hard that by the end, like ribs hurt. And he didn't even know it was me at first until like after he told them. He's like this your son, not a son, but like this your coworker.
Yeah.
Hey? And it's like, yeah. And later on, Dan comes back in, right? Completely like didn't talk about it. And my boss like, hey, what about that song earlier though? He's just like, Dan's like, what? just starts fucking laughing, just thinking about it. But I feel like just like confidence boost, like that's what I really need when it comes to music. Just knowing like, hey, my shit really ain't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do I think I'm a god tier music artist? Oh fuck no. Sure, Nate Dogg might think he's a god tier music artist. Nathaniel Smith does not. I think I'm just okay.
Right.
The best I have is a jack of all trades deal where I can really do a lot of subgenre stuff, but because admittedly, I don't like when artists like really lock to one kind of stuff. Not saying like Juggalo style, but I mean like drill rap. They can only do drill rap, and if they slightly step outside of it, they're shit. They lose their sound. Their songs just god awful.
That and you got to think about UK drill, right? Some of the samples they get, not gonna help them out. Is all I gotta say.
Yeah,
it doesn't help their style.
Plus, I'm not really admittedly a big fan of drill to an extent. At least I feel like more like I don't know. Sometimes some drill songs, they're like while the beat might sound amazing, the lyrics are great. I just don't understand the flow. It does not flow with the melody at all. But people who listen to drill absolutely love it. I don't know. I just don't get it. Which I find kind of funny because technically, my song "Look at Me," one of my favorite songs I've made, is a drill song because that beat was like a drill type beat.
Yeah.
But also it samples the melody used in "Look at Me," which is why I called the song "Look at Me."
Yeah, I mean, I love drill. I listen to a lot of, local drill artists. Not gonna name names because I'm a suburban white kid, so.
Oh, boo-hoo. We can't really say suburban white kid anymore. We're both adults.
That's fair.
Which is really weird. I mean, I don't know. Never mind. I was gonna say, I remember back in middle school, but I was like, I don't know if I should really describe like one of my first true memories of you because it's kind of
it's embarrassing.
It's
embarrassing and it's fucked up. I know what you're talking about. I don't talk about middle school on this channel.
Bathroom. Is that what you're talking about?
Can we? All right, let's change subjects.
Yeah. Just want to make sure we were thinking the same thing.
No, because there's a lot of shit I did. I was like out there, dude.
We both were. I remember myself in middle school, not like a bad thing, but I remember people used to say I didn't have eyebrows because I used to have such blonde hair that my eyebrows were like the same color as my skin, and they would like make fun of me for it. So one day I was like, you know what? I'm just put highlighter in my eyebrows, and I ran down the halls screaming that I have eyebrows now. And then St. Patrick's Day, I did the same thing, but instead I used green highlighter.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. Highlighter doesn't come out easily. I'm just going to say that.
No, it doesn't. I shaved off my eyebrows when I went to 8th grade, and I did the same thing. I had a chair thrown at me.
Fun.
Yeah. People thought I died. That's the funny part.
I mean, hey, people thought I died, but that complete different story there.
Right. I don't. Right. Since we're talking about like embarrassing things, this was gonna be a segue into something I forgot. Never mind.
Flair be like, segue for really embarrassing things and reach off camera and pull out like a rainbow dash in a fucking jar.
No, I may be a clown, but I'm not a lolcow. Let me see what I have in my bag of tricks.
There's something rattling in there.
Maracas.
Ooh. Nice. That's peeking the mic. Nice.
Right.
Like ever so slightly peeking it.
Right. That's why I don't use it much.
Fair.
Oh, God.
I'll say, plus, if it was like a very, like, if it was gimmicky, it'd be like a very niche gimmick you can only do like once.
I did it once, and people thought I was farting because I did it so closely to the camera. You remember the video where I said, I have maracas?
Oh yeah.
And I did, Grandpa's gonna do the pants off a Santa. Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't hear.
We have
how
fun on
people
my
heard it.
channel.
I try to have fun on my
I
channel,
heard how
or
people heard it.
channels.
That's all
I
we
was also
can do.
busy when I saw that video, so probably just wasn't really paying attention too much. So,
Right. You want to use the wheel?
I was about to say wheel time.
Wheel time. Wheel time. Give me a second. I got to put up the wheel time graphic.
Yeah. Also, how long have we been? No, like 25 minutes. I see over there.
25 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
Call your
I was just
mom.
wondering.
Spin. Wheel of stuff.
I've been meaning to make a wheel of stuff for like my own Twitch. Just when because
Yeah.
I always try to talk during streams. If I really run out of stuff to talk about, just say fuck it, go to this, spin a wheel, and then start talking about that.
Right. Screen.
It just
Wheel
helps
of
for when like
names.
my chat is dry or I really just can't think of anything. It works.
Right. And it's got my face on it. Wheel, 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 wheel. Big money, big money, big money.
Oh.
Yay. Okay. Nate, who's your favorite artist and tell me why?
Favorite artist? I mean, it's honestly tough to really like pick a favorite artist for me, which I know kind of makes me sound like I'm kind of dodging the question. I mean, I will say for 2024, my top artist on Spotify was Killswitch. I used to fucking bump his shit a lot. So, I mean, if it comes to like underground wise, I think Killswitch. Lil Darky's up there, but I feel like it's one of those things of Lil Darky's like everyone's underground favorite artist. If not, it's like as close
Tech
second
9.
as Freddie Dread.
Freddie Dread.
True.
Wait, what are you?
But I feel like technically more in like the lyrical underground artists. If you got like true underground artists, like the busted 808s type shit, those are like bands Lil Darky, Freddie Dread, and then or Killswitch. But he's like new. He started blowing up like what 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, before that, no, never mind. His album that like blew him up was like 2021. So he started blowing up like kind of like beginning middle-ish of COVID.
Oh yeah.
So he's still still new to the underground scene, I guess, but also is kind of like every other underground artist already hitting his downhill mark, which isn't bad. So yeah,
It's me.
I guess if I had to pick one, maybe Killswitch, but
That's what's up.
it's just tough for me to pick a specific artist.
That's fair.
And how about you?
For me, this year, I'm going to do the little cop-out that you did. It's hard for me as well. This year has had a lot of dope underground acts. I like me some Flapjack Wilson. I'm going to talk a bunch of Juggalo names. You have no idea who I'm talking about.
I love sorry, I'll say Flapjack. I know him. I love his show.
Right. Knuckles and all that. Yeah. A la Zulalu had a great year, and Clockwork E hit it out the park with Emerald Tablets this year. When they released Juggalo Penis earlier in the year, I was bumping that in the house. I was cleaning the dishes. I'm like, my Juggalo Penis, you wouldn't believe it. Yeah. What we got in chat? Gay men, yes. Just like good Juggalo.
Oh, hi,
Penis.
Shadow. Oh, that's one of my viewers. Oh, I'm sorry I've cursed you with this. Both you, Shadow, and you, Komplex.
No, this is great. This is going to be great.
An actual crossover now.
Yeah.
1967 Ford Mustang. What do you even mention nothing about cars? I get you like it. No wrong. Ford Mustang GT is a nice car, but
it is a nice car. Am I going to regret this?
Nah, maybe. I don't know.
No? Okay.
Shadow's a viewer that is like definitely a close viewer of mine, so they're not like gonna do anything bad, but they're also a viewer that's like,
is he gonna shitpost?
100%.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. This be good then. Hey, a Shadow. Hope you're
Hi,
doing great.
Shadow.
Sorry you can't Vine boom us because no channel points. Fuck you.
It's okay. I have a maraca instead.
Fuck.
Okay.
Which I need to put all the sound things I have on my Twitch into my Discord server for like the little soundboards they have there, because why not? How
Right.
y'all doing? Doing pretty good. Just been chatting for a bit. I forget if we're doing till like 45 minutes or an hour, but
That's up to you.
we'll see how time goes. If by 45 we're done, sure. But I figured an hour
I'm
would be
pretty
good.
sure we're
like,
gonna
max.
do an hour.
Yeah.
That's how the
30
episode with my boy Scrags went. So
Yeah, 30 minutes is already kind of flown by, anyways.
right. It's almost
Nate,
like I enjoy your company.
Yeah. Nate, I always have my ways. You do, Mr. I set rules in a server, literally like in the server, like, hey, you cannot type in this channel, and you somehow make your way around by doing that shit.
Magic.
And it's like I try, like you know how, like when you're like doing shit, it's like, oh, you can view the server as this role, so I do that, and again the server's like, we're still gonna make it not like that, anyways.
Right.
I think it's just stuff like I forget to like disable this one specific thing. Like, oh, you disabled them from sending messages, but you didn't disable them from starting threads, which is I always forget is a thing in Discord. Which is who the fuck uses it? It's like
who uses threads in Discord when you can just add another channel?
Exactly. It's basically just like a temporary channel you just to make talk about like one specific topic, or like you do a thread off of one specific comment. So it's like you're in the gaming channel. It's like, hey, what do y'all think about this game here? And then you go to the thread, and then you scroll all the way down, and you're like, oh, that's a death threat.
Right. No, you're scrolling through. What do you think that what's her name? Professional Discord Chester. Yes, you are. Apparently. Hey, what do you think so and so charges for a feature? And he's like, here's just porn of them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want to sound really. I don't want to sound really fucked up, but like, and this sound really weird.
Go ahead.
I wouldn't necessarily mind porn dropping me. Now hear me out. First, I mean OCs, not just me in of itself.
We're gonna have to delete this episode off the Facebook.
I don't know how people will draw it for my gaming/Twitch channel OC, since he is just a head and hands. He technically doesn't have a body, unless you want to like in the drawing just give him a body because fuck it. But hey, he's an emoji. He just has hands and
my problem is I'm gonna see it. I know somehow it's gonna come back. Clud's gonna be like, I found this. Send it to me.
You're gonna get the fucking image. It's just like fucking
right.
Nate Dogg Twitch channel, like that one. I'm just gonna call him Nate Dumb, because why not? Nate Dumb. Fucking like tied up BDS. Ugh. I'm not like disgusted. I'm just like trying to like imagine like,
no,
oh god,
I'm just stupid. I'm disgusted because I don't want to see you like that. You're my boy, dude.
Ugh.
Sure, I'll kiss the homies goodnight. I believe so.
Wheel time, yeah.
Come on, big money, big money, big money, big money. Yeah, big money, big money, big money, big money. No. Remove. Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money, big money. I wanted the caveman one, but okay. That works.
Music plans 2025. Hold on. First, let me read this chat. I stick with calling him Big Dog a lot. Fair enough. I'm a big dog. I do
big lion. Oh.
All right. So do you want? For now, you go off about your music plans for 2025.
I'm going to make radio edits, add metadata, and send it to random people in Idaho and Ohio that have college stations. But I'm also going to be like, hey, I will perform your birthday party or bar. Please let me perform. So nothing too big. Might work on an album. I haven't decided on the name yet, so I'm not working on it yet.
What's the reason with Idaho and Ohio? Is it just like very easy for those states, or
It's the middle of fucking nowhere. That's why.
fair? They don't have jack shit there except for like extremely generic radio.
That, or they don't know who I am, so it's fair enough. Like, I'm not gonna send it to like, Poughkeepsie or Utica or wherever, because they have college stations I can send it to too. It's just one of those things where there might be someone who knows me, and it would be really weird to hear me on the radio.
I don't say that's the worst thing in the world. It's like that's equivalent of like being on fucking Tinder. It's like, oh, if you're on Tinder, like, oh, like scrolling through
Right.
Tinder, I'm like, oh, that's my cousin, and they're just wearing a bra. Okay, no.
Yeah. No, I get that 100%. I just got off the Tinder apps. I'm doing myself right now. So
Fair
it's
enough.
one of those.
But my music plans, I'll say, I did do a little checklist thing on my normal YouTube channel. Basically, I just make myself like 3 goals to do for my gaming channel, normal channel, Twitch, music, and also in general content creating wise. One of them is just a follower goal, so that doesn't really matter. The two that are important, try to actually work with bigger artists. I'm not saying like artists that you need to basically donate a kidney just to simply make a feature with them, but like maybe it's like $50, $100. People who are actually bigger than me and have somewhat of a size. Try to work with them.
Right.
And the other one, which is the main one I'm trying to work on, get a project for all names. Nate Dogg, I want to drop an album. I have an album planned. I have an album in mind. I just have to make sure I can get all the beats right and features. And even I know 1 or 2 of the features are going to be a bit bigger. And for Little Stupid and Psycho, it's kind of different. A little bit stupid, it might be an album. It might be an EP. I don't know which one. It's going to still in either way be a project. Psycho,
Yep.
only EP. Psycho only ever gets EPs. I only will drop an album from if he ever actually starts getting views. Like he suddenly averages 1,000 monthly listeners easily.
Right.
Then I'll actually start making like albums for him and make more music. But I think the last time I checked, he had like 1 fucking monthly listener or just 0.
Right.
He is extremely forgotten. He's the least favorite child.
Right. Just like me.
Isn't I'm Washed an album? Technically,
It
it's
is
an
an
EP.
EP.
Albums are 7 or more songs, and it's 6. I could have technically thrown on the I Lived Bitch song. I think I called I Lived Bitch. But that song I could have technically thrown on the EP. But I don't like when albums or EPs like almost majority of the songs are singles, and then it doesn't feel like the album's actually full. And if it was 7 songs, 3 out of 4 songs being singles kind of feels like a lot.
I feel like you're calling me out because that's what I did with Barnum and Body Bags. Like pretty much the exact same thing.
I'm not trying to call you out like that. No, I mean, it's also just a personal thing, really.
Yeah.
Plus, I have a lot of also personal feelings, like don't drop all your best songs before you drop the album, because once the album then comes out, then the rest of the album kind of feels like dog water, because it's like, oh great, these 3 songs you dropped were the best things you made, and the rest of this album is just a literal pile of shit. I see corn in it, but it's like I still do plan on trying to make an album. I just really hope I can make this album for Nate Dogg work, because I don't know if I really talk about it extremely publicly, so if I haven't, I'm gonna stop talking about it because I want to kind of surprise people when it does come out. It's a bit more of an experimental-ish album. I've kind of done it before, but just nervous of it not working. I'm kind of like, I won't say album mode, but planning it out. I still have to get with Ace, figure out exactly how many songs are going to be on it, if he can even mix those kind of songs, or if they're kind of like too different for him.
Yeah.
And
I kind of lied. I am talking to a few producers. One of them is DJ Slug of Deck One Dealt. So it's one of those things where it's like, I'm not supposed to say anything yet.
But there's stuff going on.
There's stuff going on.
Is there a song that you made that you dislike the most? Sorry for interrupting you for saying the same question. And what was your favorite to make? A song that I dislike the most, there really isn't a song that I straight up hate per se. I mean, one that I feel like I have a bittersweet feeling with, I will say is Seed and Tits, because of that song, while sure it did really good, it literally caused me to make a meme rap persona because no one would take me seriously.
God
I mean,
bless you.
it is still a really great song. I love that the person
Oh, it
who
really
featured on that song, that was like his last feature he did before he retired. He basically made a banger feature, and then like 2 months later, like, I can't make songs, I'm out.
Fair.
I think if I had to say a song I dislike the most, it'd probably be a song from my Loner Alley album. While it's still a decent album, it's very generic. It's very generic trap. So a lot of the songs get like maybe like Not Me or Torment from that album. But something that was my favorite to make, a lot of the songs from the Last Man Standing EP, Look at Me was really great. I fucking wrote that in like less than an hour. I was just chilling at a friend's house and I was like, I want to write a song. So I threw in earbuds, found a YouTube beat, clicked on it. I'm like, it's time. Right. Cool. Let's go to the studio, record it. It was just fun to record, especially because that song, my voice is so different. It just doesn't sound like me. I like don't know how that exact time recording, I kind of like hit a bit of a ground. Sure, it does still sound like me, but it sounds different enough. And I like the voice that hit it. The only thing I don't like about that song, I didn't put ad-libs on it, which I don't know why. I wish I did. Ad-libs would have helped the song so much. And what's your least favorite song and favorite to make?
They're the same one. They are the same one. It's God Hates Freaks. The only reason I don't like
Fair
it,
enough.
and I've publicly said it, it was like I can't top it, and it's one of those things where it's like I don't want to be Colin when I'm Komplex Mothra. I don't want to pour my heart out.
I mean, I get that. I kind of get that. It's sort of the same deal with CM Tits for me, where it's like it kind of like became this thing that is like, if you know Colin, then you know this song because that's what you think of.
Well, that or Acknowledge Me apparently, because every time someone at the college I went to came up to me, he's like, "What's God Hates Freaks?" I heard Acknowledge Me off She Likes My Memes. It's like, okay, it's one or the other.
But also, I'm trying to ask genuine questions since this out of goofy stream. No, that's fine. No worries. I mean, we do appreciate the questions. It helps us.
We do.
From having to spin the wheel. I already finished my Mountain Dew. Damn.
Right.
It helps us.
I finished this. You ever see one of these?
Is that a full throttle? Yeah, full throttle.
Yeah.
Is that just like I thought it was just like the cans of water or whatever.
No, this is like a Patriot sort of monster or whatever.
No.
No.
All right. Hey, Nate. Hi, Shadow. Fuck you. Okay. All right. Wheel time again? Because why not?
Let me check the wheel. Is it gonna delete? I got every time because it lags, I have to delete it and put it back in.
No,
you know what I mean?
But I will. I really do have to remember to make a wheel for myself so I can do it for when I'm streaming.
I'll send you the wheel of names that I use.
I think I know what the website is. It looks kind of familiar. I think I've used it before.
Yeah. Well, the website name's in the corner, so.
Yeah.
Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money, big money.
I kind of want one I mentioned because I really like the ones.
Yay!
We kind of did slightly talk about this when it came to what actually I'm gonna answer Shadow's question. What is y'all's fear? I'm gonna say this, at least content creating wise. My fear is blowing up way too big and then dipping back down to being a nothing. Because getting that taste of fame is terrifying. Plus, I don't want to just crazy blow up. I don't want to go from like 100 followers to like 1 million, because then I don't get that chance to slowly build up with a fan base and get to connect with them. I just suddenly step outside one day and there's a mosh pit at my front door, you know?
Right. I mean, artist
Another fear, I
development
guess.
is something. Go ahead.
No, you go. No, you go ahead. Artist
All right.
development.
It's something that Motown had, and they made Michael fucking Jackson. So
Fair enough.
it's one of those sort of deals.
I guess another fear of mine is like just being canceled, which is like that's like a normal one. That's like saying I have a fear of heights, I have a fear of dying. It's like, no fucking shit, everyone is.
Right.
But I think my whole fear of it, which to explain, is my fear is being canceled over something dumb. Like, for example, being canceled over saying like the F slur or whatever, which sure, slurs bad or whatever. I am queer. I am part of the queer community. I technically regain that word. But I'm also worried because cancel culture is kind of fucking stupid and just blows things up way too fast, that they're be like, no, it's like,
right.
I am. You see, like the boyfriend that always sits in my bed like half the time I stream, he just doesn't exist.
Right. And by the way, we love Jeremy over here. We stand him.
Do you want to talk about your fear or just go on to the question that we had?
I mean, same thing with musical regrets. It's one of those things that I'm afraid that things are going to catch up to me, if you know what I mean. We've talked about this off stream.
Yeah.
And it's certain people that I have wronged in the past. And honestly, I've had my karma. It's just one of those things where it's like kind of afraid. You know what I mean?
I get that. So yeah, other musical regrets. I will say, I guess my thing is, I wish I didn't start off with Loner Alley being my first album. Funny enough, both before studio and when I did studio, they were my first album. My first normal album was Loner Alley, and my first one for studio was, of course, the studio version of that. What I hate is I always wanted my album I released before I started studio, fucking around, being like this album that defines me. Where if you think of me, you think of this album because.
Hold on. No, you can keep going. I'm saying, hold on. I'm gonna grab something and stuff for mine.
Oh, okay. But basically, because fucking around's an album that is just kind of random. There is no specific theme, a little bit of everything on it, and I want that to be my album that defines me because I don't have a specific theme. I'm not this specific kind of rapper, specific kind of music artist. Hell, I don't even just do music. I do music, streaming, YouTube, all that shit, right? But Loner Alley, I made out of nowhere. I just found a beat one night. I couldn't sleep, found a beat, wrote a song, found a bunch of other beats, wrote a bunch of other songs, and I had an album like ready, like writing-wise, in like a week. And then studio-wise, I realized I wrote one song after doing a studio thing, which was No Intermission. Really liked that song, and I went, okay, album time. And I did the same fucking thing. So that's my musical regret. I mean, of course, also See Them Tits, but that was just more or less, I kind of regret not making an alternate name before uploading it. Because it did really great number-wise, but that was also, once again, it did great number-wise on Nate Dogg. Once I re-uploaded on A Little Bit Stupid, no one gave a shit. It was like past his time.
Past its prime, past its time.
Yeah.
I got mine.
Oh, what's yours?
First of all, let me put the lower third on there so people remember to follow us. Let me get my reading glasses on. Okay, so first off, dissing Upstate Bridge, that's a big one. The beef with certain people, that's another one. Half of my repertoire and certain things that I've done and said, which I will go into detail next, like tomorrow, on the channel itself as a YouTube video.
All right.
Oh, wait, I don't know why I needed reading glasses. This piece of paper.
The glasses are like invisible ink. It helps you see that. What celebrity do each of you think the other looks like? I know what I might be chosen with because I've been hearing a lot on my Discord server. What do I have to pick for you? I'm like trying to like. It's like I can envision what he
Just say
looks
the
like.
one.
I cannot remember. I can't
Just say
remember.
the one
No, I'm
everyone
thinking.
says.
I can't think. No, it's like someone else specific. I just can't think. I don't know what. I'll be honest. I kind of forgot what other people say you look like, other than Bappo the Clown.
They say I look like Meat Canyon.
I didn't even. Oh yeah. Oh my god. I see
Right.
it.
Right.
I'm thinking.
Right.
I'm thinking of like another. I'm thinking of like an actor. I just cannot think of him. He always plays.
Zach Galifianakis.
Let me look it up. See if it's the one I'm thinking of.
Right, because he's the one
Zach.
from Hot Tub. Yep.
What'd you say it was?
Galifianakis. Yes, that too.
Yes, him. Yes, fucking Zach. Yes. He also played in Hangover, I think it was, or whatever.
Yes. Yes, he did.
That's what I'm thinking of. Komplex kind of looked like
Can I say
Prime
it?
Jack, but that too. Jack Black like fucked up at a bar.
I want to say like a Chad Tronic, like a YouTuber.
Oh.
Yeah. I can't think of anyone specific. Like maybe Owen Wilson in his prime. Wow. You give me Lightning McQueen vibes. Like
No,
you and Loki would go on a great adventure.
Me and Lightning McQueen, I get that. I mean, hey, I did in my song Speed Demon. What was it? I'm speeding through the ranks. They could call me McQueen. Yeah, no, I'm a rookie speeding through the ranks. They can call me McQueen. I also did make a Juggalo reference on that song too. But
my heart.
So no, I mean Owen Wilson, fair enough, playing McQueen. I'm surprised you didn't say what the name that people have been saying on my server. Good old never mind, I said it. Fuck. Yep, I look like Kurt Cobain. It doesn't help with the fucking one image where I'm just pointing a toy gun at myself.
But you don't have a gun.
It's a toy gun.
Right. No, that's the Nirvana song. He goes, and I don't have a gun.
He lied.
He found one.
All right. Before we, because it is getting close to time, do you want to spin the wheel one last time before we do it?
We could. Absolutely.
Get one last question out, and hopefully it's a good one. So there were a few good questions that I mentioned.
I keep saying one of those big money, big money, big money.
Little money, little money, little money, little money, little money.
You already said this.
Oh. Yeah.
Respin. Fast food. Explain wrestling, explain. Do you want to explain your lore? Do we have time?
I will try to run through it really quick, like Cliff Notes. Do you mean like my character's lore?
Yes.
Or just like, okay, Nate Dogg was not originally a dog, just normal human being. It's basically Nate Dogg is his whole entire thing as he lived a life different than me. It's just basically put myself in a different timeline. Very generic cop out for a character deal for me to rap about fucking bitches when I in fact don't, but oh well. Lived decent life, all of a sudden got shot. Not got shot. He saw his parents get shot and killed. Got put into an orphanage. Didn't live a good life. Eventually ran from the orphanage. Joined a gang by being taken in by taking him at this gang, like basically kind of raised him up himself. One day, drug deal goes wrong. Basically, explosion. Is in the hospital. Wakes up, loses his right arm. At least elbow down, gone. Wonder why that happens after my deals with life. Then continues living homeless. homeless, that can't really get a job. Still technically a minor. Guy sees him out at a bar, saying, "Hey, let me just take you in for the night." Trying to be nice. Drugs him. Finds out he's trying to run an underground, not really ring, but trying to like make an underground army by physically making humans into like animals in a sense. Nate gave Nate Dogg the
Like
ears so
that
he can
movie.
sort of, yeah. But given the ears so he can hear farther, not louder, but farther, so he can hear distance better. He does have a better sense of smell. His tail is kind of a way for him to communicate, so he can also kind of like hold still, halt, that kind of shit. It's kind of stupid, but that works in that sort of way. And just other dog deals in a sense. He does have a whole magic deal, but the whole story with that is just there's this magic that's supposed to destroy the body, but instead of it, when he was injected with it, it was still trying to kill him, but also save him at the same time. So he's in constant pain, very generic, edgy shit. Blacked out, woke up, killed everyone there, and it's been live homeless for a while. Live a little stupid, blah blah blah. But that's like his real backstory until he actually started making music. So yeah, very generic OC bullshit of it's so edgy, my parents died. But I'm not gonna cop out and change everything last minute. That's the story.
Fair. We got about 3-4 minutes left. Do you want to plug anything?
Actually, I want to. If you could meet one person, no matter the time they had died, who would you meet? Ooh, answer this question real quick, then I'll plug my stuff. Who would you want to meet, dead or alive?
Me?
Yeah.
You go first because I got to think about this.
I mean, it might seem kind of generic, but as much as I'm not like a huge fan of him, actual OG Nate Dogg would be kind of cool to be able to like meet. Just like, I don't know, like, hey, you kind of, I don't want to say inspired me to make music, at least inspired my name, which I guess was like a slight push in the right direction. And I really
Right.
do like the music. His song with Warren G, Regulators, was the first song I ever learned with my dad, me, him doing back and forth. So it's kind of a bonding moment with me and my father. So it's pretty cool. Another person, not super important, but Paul Walker would be pretty cool before he died. He seemed like a very chill actor. Actually nice. Ooh. Well, Mrs. Doubtfire. What's his name?
Robin Williams.
Yes, him. Oh my God, how did I not think of him? I would have loved to meet him.
That'd be mine.
Number one there.
Yeah.
Anyways, to plug stuff. Instagram, Nate Dawg Rap Official _ between each name. Dog spelled DAWG. I have a lot of things everywhere. There should be a link in that Instagram. If you want to go ahead and check that.
Down below on the YouTube.
Yep,
No, on the YouTube version of the video, that down below in the description, there's a bunch of stuff for you.
There is?
Yes.
Oh my God. Yes. Actually, in that social area, the hyperlink, the flow page, that should have basically everything put in there for both, not even just music, but my YouTube and Twitch stuff, and even other socials. Check it out over there. I'm going to be trying to make music, so hopefully by the end of this month or beginning of next month, Nate Dogg will finally be dropping again. Hopefully.
All right. And I got a few of mine, and then we're going to log off. So, thank you to Shut Up and Enjoy the Music. That is a Juggalo collective I am now a part of. So, thank you, Tiny Tim and all y'all. Thank you to Reckless Radio and C2C for giving me online spins. Very appreciated over there. And thank you to D1D for the love, obviously. All my Juggalos. Happy birthday to my little brother, Cardin. And, of course, my homie Lexi has COVID right now, and I hope she gets better, so I want to shout her out as well. Right. Also, all my stuff's in the description. Oh.
Yeah, I haven't had COVID yet, at least. I don't think I ever have.
Great. I had it twice. I was like, great. All right.
Let me see. On full screen. There we go.
Is it working? Can I click end stream?